Here's my pitch for my speech if you want to learn more. Or if you have clients that you think, you know what, David might be able to help them, invite them to this. So what I do is I help business owners get what they want from their business. That's kind of a nebulous sentence, but it's important because everybody has a different want. So last time I presented was in January. Between January and now, what have I done? Well, I went to Tokyo with my dad and my brother. Had a great time. My brother, of course, is a professional photographer and he likes to talk about it on Instagram. Then we drove go-karts through downtown Tokyo on a Sunday morning in costume. If you haven't done that, I highly recommend it. It was one of the highlights of my life. It was super fun. I came home and I discovered that my porch and my deck were not as efficient as the Japanese are, so I decided to build a new deck. 1, 2, 3. And then my daughter graduated from college last 2 weeks ago, and I was missing it because I was celebrating in New York City with my daughter for her 3 degrees in 4 years. Anybody need a job? Anybody hiring? So, EOS is about your business, and at the center of EOS is a discovery that your business really runs well on 6 key components. The first component is vision. Vision is about getting your entire organization aligned with where you're going, how you're going to get there, and make sure that everybody's energy is allocated toward that, because if it's not, you're going to be going in different directions. The second component is people. Getting the right people in the right seats is what it takes to have a great business. Now, the right people are different for every single organization, and the right seats are different for every single organization. Chris's team is going to be different than Carlos's team because they have different visions, different goals, different needs, and different structures. We take a structure first, people second mentality to it. From there we go to data. Data is about making decisions based on facts, figures, real objective items, not subjective gut, ego, and emotion, which unfortunately most of us in the room might have made a decision or two in our business life based on ego. Issues. Issues really are about things that need to be talked about in an organization at the leadership level. How many people here have issues? Are all issues good or are all issues bad? No. They're just things that you need to talk about. For example, I got a 5-star review. How do I get more? Is an issue. It's not a problem. Sometimes an issue is about how do I maximize the good in my business. After issue, we go to process. Process is getting everything in your business done the right and the best way every single time so that your customer, your employees, your key clients always get the best outcome that you want them to have. And finally, traction. There's no secret that traction is at the bottom and vision is at the top. Because quite frankly, vision without traction is hallucination. And most businesses fail in the traction component. Traction is about making sure that you get the momentum to achieve your goals and get where you want to go so that you can actually realize your vision. If your vision is to sell the business, then it's about designing the business to be sellable. If the vision is to make $1 billion a year, then it's about making sure that your profit is there. And we have tools and disciplines for each one of these components. So this is the EOS model. Now, if you want to learn more, I talked about this before. How much time do I have?
2 minutes, 15 minutes.
Goody. And then, why is that? Oh, I forgot how I did my presentation. Vision, two tools. 8 questions, which is commonly known as our VTO. Pam, is your VTO important to you?
Yes.
How important? Scale 1 to 10?
10.
Did you think it was important before you started?
No.
That's the key. Nobody believes that the VTO is important. The VTO is our proprietary tool, which is a 1-page strategy document that allows you to know where you're going and how you're going to get there. Once we create that document, we share it with everybody in the organization. People, we have tools for making sure you have the right people and the right seats. Data, we have tools to make sure that the scorecard you use every week, we call a rumble strip indicator. If you're driving on the highway and you see a bump in the road, you know whether you got to correct to get in the lane or not. Scorecards, if you're not looking at a scorecard every week to tell you where your business is going and how you're going to get there, you're never going to get there, folks. Issues, we talked about that a little bit. The issues list is where we get the entire company to be able to talk about what needs to be said in a room. We're all adults, or at least we think we're adults. And the goal here is to be able to communicate like adults and call it like we see it. A ball is a ball, a strike is a strike. Process, we have tools and disciplines here to help you document and get your processes followed by everybody all the time, each time. Oh, and by the way, this is where profit accelerates. This is where profit accelerates and fun multiplies. And you get to traction. It's about doing things like rocks and a meeting pulse to make sure that you are on track to hit your business. This is the EOS model, and 100% in the EOS model looks like this, where you're using all 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of these tools and disciplines in a way that maximizes the benefit to your customer, to your employee, and to the world at large. So, you want to learn more? Tuesday I'm doing an hour-and-a-half meeting on this in depth. And then we have a new book that just came out called Data. And the authors of the Data book are putting out a workshop which is on June 12th all day. And if you can ask your leadership team one question, and that question is, how do we make money? And they don't all have the exact same answer. A, you need EOS, and B, you probably need the Data workshop. So a couple pieces of information for you. I've got a couple clients in the room, and I was talking to one of them yesterday, Erin, and she and her father are running on EOS. And I said, how's revenue this year? Any idea what the revenue delta or what the revenue growth year over year is? 140%. Their install business, 180% year over year. Why? Because they're working on the 6 key components.